Hi everyone, we are halfway through the course and I hope that at least you learned something in nursing informatics and that it has awakened your enthusiasm in the subspecialty in nursing. Today, our topic can be found in Chapter 7, page 141 in Nursing Informatics and the Foundation of Knowledge, 5th edition by McGonigal and Maestrian, published in 2021, and majority of the contents of this topic is taken from that book. These are the abbreviations that I will be using frequently in this discussion. NI means Nursing Informatics, IS meaning Information System, and INS means Informatics Nurse Specialist. In our previous discussion about history and evolution of nursing informatics, you learn about the origin of nursing informatics, how it evolved, and the numerous ways that all nurses use nursing informatics in our practice. In this chapter, we will focus in nursing informatics competencies and as a specialty. If you choose this career, you will find numerous opportunities, especially in educational opportunities in NI to become an informatics nurse specialist or INS. Today, we will explore together the scopes and standards of NI roles, education, and specialization, rewards of working in the field, and organizations and professional journals supporting nursing informatics. Our learning objective for today's discussion are the following: to describe the nursing informatics specialty, to explore the scope and standards of nursing informatics practice, and assess the evolving roles and competencies of nursing informatics, and finally, appreciate the future of nursing informatics in our rich, technology-laden healthcare environment. According to Saba and McCormick, as quoted by McGonigal and Maestrian in 2021, since the 1970s, nursing has been involved in the purchase, design, and implementation of information systems, or IS. Vendors realized that nursing activity is the core of patient activity and needed to be the foundation of the health or clinical information system. Nursing informaticists have helped in developing, critiquing, and promoting standard nursing terminologies to be used in the health information system. Nursing is heavily involved in the design of educational materials for practicing nurses, student nurses, other healthcare workers, and patients. Computers, on the other hand, have revolutionized the way individuals access information and educational and social networking processes. In the hospital where I work, I think I mentioned this before, that nurses were mobilized to be the trainers of the new system, which is EPIC, and many did not go back to clinical nursing, but to nursing informatics. Starting this unit, I will be doing a graded knowledge check all throughout the discussion. Pause this discussion and grab a piece of paper and write your answers and transfer your answer in the quiz following this stream entitled Unit 7 Nursing Informatics Competencies Knowledge Check. Please read the question number 1 and write the answer on a piece of paper. I'll give you time to read the question. Time's up. Next question. Please read question number 2 and write the answer on a piece of paper. I'll give you time to read the question. NI is important to nursing and healthcare in general because it focuses on representing nursing data, information, and knowledge. NI meets the following needs for health informatics: provides a nursing perspective, showcases nursing values and beliefs, produces unique knowledge, provides a foundation for nurses in NI, distinguishes groups of practitioners, emphasizes the interest in nursing, and provide needed nursing language and word context. In 2008, ANA published Scope and Practice Standards of NI Practice. There are three overarching standards of practice that were identified. First is incorporate theories, principles, and concepts from appropriate sciences into informatics practice. Number two, integrate ergonomics and human-computer interactions principles into informatics solutions, designs, development, selection, implementation, and evaluation. Third is systematically determine the social, legal, and ethical impact of an informatics solution within nursing and healthcare environment. The second edition of the ANA's Nursing Informatics Scope and Standards of Practice was released in 2015. These are as follows. Standard 1, Assessment. Standard 2, Diagnosis, Problems, and Issues Identification. Standard 3, Outcomes Identification. Standard 4, Planning. Standard 5, Implementation. Standard 5A, Coordination of Activities. Standard 5B, Health Teaching and Health Promotion. Standard 6, Evaluation. Standard 7, Ethics. Standard 8, Education. Standard 9, Evidence-Based Practice and Research. Standard 10, Quality of Practice. Standard 11, Communication. Standard 12, Leadership. Standard 13, Collaboration. Standard 14, Professional Practice Evaluation. Standard 15, Resource Utilization. And Standard 16, Environmental Health. The ANA also described major functional areas of nursing informatics such as administration, leadership and management, analysis, compliance and integrity management, consultation, coordination, facilitation and integration, development, education and professional development, policy development and advocacy, research and evaluation. As INS or informatics nurse specialists work in their roles, it is very obvious that most of their roles cover more than one functional area and that their informatics solutions are more closely integrated with the delivery of care. Also, ANA denoted that telehealth is as an integrated functional area that is dynamic health information technology. As nursing science, information, computer, and cognitive science has continually evolved, so has NI or nursing informatics. With the rapid advances we have already seen in the previous decade, we know that INS, the future, will be assuming roles and working in areas that we have not yet imagined. When I became the Dean of Cebu Normal University in 2013, I submitted a nursing curriculum to the Development Academy of the Philippines that will position the university into specializing nursing informatics and positioning our students to a possible job in the future. And at that time, few people understands the value of the future of nursing informatics, which made the program on hold. Right now, I am pursuing a master's degree specializing in nursing informatics and position myself for a greater job in the future. It's time for knowledge check. Please read the question number 3 and write the answer on a piece of paper. I'll give you time to read the question. Time's up. Nursing informatics roles. Since the introduction of computers, technology, and EHR to healthcare, nursing informatics has become a viable and essential nursing specialty. Others who join this profession may be out of curiosity, and others join because they are adept to anything computer. Many of the nurses who enters the specialty is because of their curiosity and dedication of lifelong learners. The introduction of EHR has forced clinicians to use this new technology and incorporate it into their already busy days. According to a research, nursing documentation time has increased from 9% pre-EHR to 23% post-EHR implementation. INS impacts the health and clinical outcomes of patients even if they are behind the scenes. These are the following nursing rules. So if you are an informatics nurse specialist, you may take any of these roles. The first one is project manager. So project managers are responsible for the planning and implementation of informatics projects, uses skills of communications, change management, process analysis, risk assessment, change scope definition, and team building. A project manager, or we call it PM, is a liaison among clinicians management, IS personnel, stakeholders, vendors, and all other interested parties. I became the PM or project manager of Cebu Normal University during the iSchools project. This project is, I think, by Gloria Macapagal Arroyo and being continued by the late President Ninoy Aquino. The next one is consultant. So consultant provides expert advice, opinions, and recommendation based on his area of expertise. He should be flexible, good communicator, excellent interprofessional skills, and has an extensive clinical and informatics knowledge. The next one is educator. Educator develops and implements educational materials and sessions and provide education about the system to new or current employee during system implementation or an upgrade. The success and failure of an information solution can be directly related to the education and training that is provided to end users. The next one is researcher. Conducts research or via data mining to create new informatics and clinical knowledge. So what is data mining? Data mining is a type of research that uses already available data or information in a system. So in the case of this hospital information system, data are collected every second. So researchers will filter it and filter the data or information for their use. The next role is product developer. Product developers participates in the design, production, and marketing of new informatics solutions. Minimal requirement is understanding of business and nursing. Another role is decision support or outcomes manager. They use tools to maintain data integrity and reliability. Advocate or policy developer. INS are key to advocating for the patient and healthcare systems and developing the infrastructure of health policy. Integral part of this role policy development on local, national, and international levels. Clinical analyst or system specialist serve as a link between nursing and information services in healthcare. In the organization where I work right now, there are a lot of hiring for clinical analyst. The last one is entrepreneur. Combines their passion, skills, and knowledge to develop marketable business ideas by analyzing nursing information needs and developing marketing solutions. It's time for knowledge check. Please read the question number 4 and write the answer on a piece of paper. I'll give you time to do this activity. Time's up. The following are the core responsibilities for nurse informaticists that are recommended by the American Medical Informatics Association for nursing informaticists to embrace. The first one is concept, representation, and standards to support evidence-based practice, research, and education. 2. Data and communication standards to build an interoperable national data infrastructure. 3. Research methodology is to disseminate new knowledge into practice. And 4. Information and communication technologies to address interprofessional workflow needs across all care venues. 5th, vision and management for their development, design, and implementation of communication and information technology. Definition of healthcare policy to advance public health according to McGonigal and Maestrian. With the above responsibilities, it makes it clear that nursing informaticists will be an instrument in knowledge building and dissemination, promoting interoperability, supporting safe patient-centered care, ensuring interprofessional workflow and communications, and participating in key health policy decisions. Knowledge check. Please read the question number 5 and write the answer on a piece of paper. I'll give you time to do this activity. Time's up. Question number 6. Time's up. Question number 7. Time's up. Now read question number 8. Time's up. Read question number 9. Time's up. Read question number 10. Time's up. Read question number 11. Time's up. Read question number 12. Time's up. Read question number 13. And don't forget to write this on a piece of paper. So let's continue on our discussion. We'll talk about specialty education and certification. Many of the nurses who joined in nursing informatics did so without any formal education in nursing like me. In several instances, these nurses are those people who asked to resolve computer issues in the ward or in the unit. Usually, they acquire their skills and knowledge through on-the-job training and attending classes. Although this pathway is still available, but there is a more formal way of acquiring education in this field. The informatics nurse must have a Bachelor of Science degree in nursing and additional knowledge and expertise in the informatics field. He holds an advanced degree or a postmaster degree or postmaster's certificate and is prepared to assume roles requiring this advanced knowledge, and INS may attend informatics or conferences and obtain contact hours or continuing education units. It is important to differentiate between earning a certificate in nursing, informatics, and earning certification. So in your screens right now are the formal nursing informatics programs. To your left are the graduate degree programs, and to your right is the certificate programs. So what are the difference between both? So to differentiate between a certificate program and certification is that a certificate program is an educational or training program that is used to teach learning objectives and assess whether objectives were achieved by the student. On the other hand, certification is a program designed to test the knowledge, skills, and abilities required to perform a particular job, and upon successful passing of a certification exam to represent a declaration of a particular individual's professional competence. Nurses who choose to specialize in informatics have several certification options. The only certification specific to nursing informatics is offered through the American Nurses Credentialing Center, and if a candidate is successful, he or she is identified by RN-BC credential. So the pre-entry prerequisites are the following. The applicant must be a licensed RN having a bachelor's degree. Number two requirement is that he or she has 2 years of recent nursing experience. And also, the applicant must completed 30 contact hours of continuing education in nursing informatics within the past 3 years. And the applicant must meet criteria for practice hours: 2,000 hours for practicing as an informatics nurse, 1,000 hours practicing as an informatics nurse, and 12 semesters hours of graduate academic credit towards a nursing informatics degree or completion of an NI degree that included at least 200 supervised practicum hours. So that's basically a prerequisite on becoming an RNBC. Knowledge check. Please read a question. And this is question number 15, and write the answer on a piece of paper. I'll give you time to do this activity. Time's up. Next question, number 15. Time's up. Number 16. And question number 17. Don't forget to write your answer in a piece of paper and transfer your answers later on in the stream that follows this post. I'll share you a story about what I mentioned earlier. This is about the digital literacy of students in the Philippines, in Visayas. In 2013, when I was in the Philippines, I was assigned as the project manager of iSchools project in Cebu Normal University. The aim of this project is to help bridge the digital divide among poor students living in countryside as they now explore the internet using iSchool's computer. So our goal was to distribute computer and evaluate how the students use their computer. And not only computer, we also provide um, internet access. So this is funded by the government. It started with President Gloria Arroyo and being continued by President Ninoy Aquino, by the late President Ninoy Aquino. So according to McGonigal and Mastrian, there is a widespread challenge that has been identified in books and will continue to plague healthcare. It is the wide gap in computer literacy and information management skills of some healthcare workers. As early as 2001, Staggers, an author, and others have advocated that NI core competencies should be included in the curriculum of nursing students and practicing nurses. Progress in this area is very slow, and according to that iSchool project of ours, it is very true that there are some areas in the Philippines that have not seen a computer, and we're very thankful to the government that they provide this program to the poor, but not all. But what is what is um, what is essential is that some of these schools are given like a set of computers, like 14, 15 set of computers with internet connection, and we aim to we aim to erase the shadow of um, like ignorance, computer ignorance. Also, during this project, we share computer lessons to the students. Makes it more exciting and interesting to the students. Our target schools were elementary schools and high schools. In my area is the Visayas, Region 7 and Region 8, including Siquijor. Above is based on research conducted by Hunter and others in 2013, the online Tiger-based self-assessment instrument, assessment of nursing informatics competencies, or what we call Titanic, was developed through these. The above is used to assess the level 1 beginning nurse and level 2 experienced nurse competencies. Level 1 beginning nurse. So a level 1 beginning nurse, um, he or she is able to start the computer and log on securely to access select applications or software. Another competency is that he's able to access and send email. And the last competency for this level is collect and enter patient data into the information system. So hopefully, when you go to your respective hospital for clinicals, you'll be able to access the computer and enter information or enter data or vital signs into your patient information system or your nursing information system, and that completes your level 1 beginning nurse. So McGonigal and Mastrian also said that it doesn't it doesn't um, it doesn't matter if you're able to master each of the competencies as long as you know each of the competencies. And doesn't matter if you can't master all of these or one of these to move to the other level. Second level is level 2, experienced nurse. So an experienced nurse, competency number 1 is to identify the risk and limitation, able to identify the risk and limitations of surfing the internet to locate evidence-based practice information. So you're able to identify the domain name of this website, if this is a legit website like you do in your website critique. Number 2 competency is able to gather data to draw and synthesize conclusions. So basically, this is what you do in your website critique, right? You're gathering data and draw and synthesize conclusions. And the last one is able to explain how to sustain the integrity of information resources. So that's level 2, experienced nurse. Next level is level 3, informatics nurse specialist. So an informatics nurse specialist is fluent in nursing informatics and nursing terminology. So she's able to use the terminologies and define them appropriately and apply aspects of human technology interface to screen, device, and software design. And lastly, to teach nurses how to locate, access, retrieve, and evaluate information. And that is level 3 informatics nurse specialist. Next is level 4 informatics innovator. So an informatics innovator analyzes systems, transforms software programs to support data analysis and aggregation, and lastly, lead research efforts to determine and address application needs. Of all these competencies, I only have one, the research. I did the research for nursing informatics just before I went to Canada. Like I have one. So if I'm level 4, I'm not sure. Maybe level 3 or level 2. How about you? What level of nursing informaticist are you? Tiger, or it is an acronym for Technology Informatics Guiding Education Reform. So this team determined that using informatics was a core competency for all healthcare workers. So healthcare workers should have all these competencies. That's what the Tiger Initiative is recommending. They determined that many of the nurses lacked IT skills, which limited their ability to access evidence-based information that could be otherwise incorporated into their daily practice as a nurse. Tiger developed a plan to include informatics courses in all levels of nursing education. To learn more about Tiger initiative, visit the link provided below in this stream. Now for your Unit 5 activity, I have this activity. This is what we call the patch scale. So this scale is used by countless faculty across the world who assign the scale to their nursing and health discipline students. These changes will assist these students to register and show proof that they completed the assignment. Now, register in the patch assessment scale and screen capture your score and upload them to the screen to the stream entitled Unit 5 Patch Assessment Activity. The link for the patch assessment scale is available in the separate stream. So how to interpret your scores. So your scores interpretation is this. So for 0 to 17 points, positive indication of cyberphobia. So if you don't score, I don't care about your score. What I really care is about your honesty on answering the patch questionnaire. So if we go in the next stream and do this activity, make sure that you like answer the questions truthfully. Okay, I don't care if you get 0 or 100 as long as I know the where you are in your competency in nursing informatics. So 0 to 17 points, positive indication of cyberphobia, the beginner's stage in experience with computer basics or applications, ambivalence or anxiety may occur related to the use of computers in healthcare, may appreciate help learning basic computer skills. If your score is 18 to 34, this indicates that some uneasiness about using computers, very basic knowledge of computer basics and application, unsure of usefulness of computers in healthcare. If your score is 35 to 52, moderate comfort in using computers, has basic knowledge of computers and applications, limited awareness of applications of computers technology in healthcare. 53 to 69 points, feels comfortable being user-friendly because feels comfortable using user-friendly computer applications, aware of the usefulness of computers in a variety of settings, has a realistic view of current computer capabilities in healthcare. 70 to 86 points, confident of ability to use a variety of computer programs, sees computers as beneficial in the development of society, enthusiastic view of the potential of computer use in healthcare. If your score is 87 to 100, you're very confident and that they can learn to use computer to boost creativity and perform routine functions. Recognizes the unique value of using information technology in society. Idealistic positive view related to computer applications in healthcare. So what is the use of this patch assessment tool? The use of this patch assessment tool is that this is used to measure the students' capability, the students' competency in the use of computers. Just before we go to our clinicals in the Philippines, we call it duty. So just before we go to our clinicals, our teacher has to send the link for the patch assessment tool scale, patch assessment scale to make sure that we are not scared of computers and we have the basic competency of computers. So if we fail, we need to review our nursing informatics and ask help to those who know computers because they don't allow us to go to the clinical area or the ward or the unit if we don't have a good score for patch assessment. But for this activity, I don't really care how much is your score. What I really care is the truthfulness of the level of confidence in using the computer. Now it's time for, now let's check. Please read the question. This is question number 18 and write the answer on a piece of paper. I'll give you time to do this activity. Time's up. Next question. Please read the question. It's number 19 and write the answer on a piece of paper. Give you time to do this activity. Time's up. Next question. This is question number 20. Time's up. Rewards of nursing informatics practice. As we all know, nursing informatics is a specialty that does not focus on direct patient care. Therefore, if you are an informatics nurse specialist, you don't work at the bedside, but you are required to have an experience, a nursing experience at the bedside before you become a nursing informaticist. So this field focuses on enhancing patient care and safety and improving the workflow and work processes of nurses and other healthcare workers. So, in order to improve, in order to make changes in the system, you should know the system and you have the experience in the system in how the system work. So that's before you can initiate change. So the INS is instrumental in designing the EHR that health professionals use every day. INS, or Informatics Nurse Specialist, is also responsible for designing tools that allow the interprofessional team to access patient information more efficiently than they have been able to do in the past. Watching these changes happen brings forth satisfaction to the nursing informatician. The ever-changing nature of the INS job is the most difficult aspect because people deal with change differently. I like change and I like the feeling of excitement when there is change and feeling of anxiety too. In 2013, I teach nursing informatics in the Philippines, and after 9 years, my slides are not applicable anymore. Therefore, I have to update myself and my tools to keep up with the dynamic nature of nursing informatics. Good thing when your dean asked me to teach nursing informatics, I was like, okay, I can teach it because I have all the presentation from 2013 and I can reuse them. But then when I started reading them, I was amazed that those slides in 2013 is not applicable anymore and the contents needs to be updated. So I have to start in the scratch. Now, as a nurse informaticist, understanding change theory and processes and appreciating how change affects people, and this will assist you in developing strategies to encourage healthcare workers to accept changes and become proficient in informatics solutions that have been implemented. As an INS, you have to be ready for people calling you whatever words they will, um, bashers, if you will. Sometimes you are called computer nurse. Sometimes trouble. They call you trouble, and sometimes they call you not a real nurse, and sometimes they may call you antichrist for developing systems that are out of this world. As an INS, you have to participate in informatics organizations that allow you to network with others and share experiences with one another, resulting to new solutions back to their respective organizations and improve informatics issues. Attending professional conferences also will allow an INS to stay updated to changes in the industry and continuing education just like me. Continuing education may help to improve processes or workflow within the hospital or to change the way a system upgrade is rolled out. Now, if you have time, you can also go to this informatics websites and journals that is available to you, and it will give you more information about nursing informatics. All we have here, Alliance for Nursing Informatics, American Health Information Management Association, American Medical Informatics Association, American Nursing Informatics, Health Information and Management System Society, and the International Medical Informatics Association. So visit their website, and this website will give you a good information about nursing informatics. And now we'll talk about the future of nursing informatics. NI, or nursing informatics, still in the infancy stage. Even if it started in the 1960s or 70s, it's still in its infancy stage. Nursing informatics will continue to influence the development of interoperable. Remember the word interoperable? We learned that from our previous discussion. Um, yeah, will continue to influence the development of interoperable EHRs to accurately capture and share patient data and capture care that nurses give to their patients. In the future, EHR will provide data to the INS, to the informatics nurse specialist, that can be analyzed and then used to improve nursing workflow and determine whether current practices are the most efficient and beneficial to the patient. So I think that will be applied through artificial intelligence, where the assistant will tell you that the virtual or a artificial assistant will tell you and will use artificial intelligence and tell you that this intervention is beneficial to the patient or not. Nursing and healthcare are on a roller coaster ride that will undoubtedly prove very interesting because of the lightning speed of technology. Both nursing and healthcare must be ready, and must be ready for the ride, for the roller coaster ride. It will be a lot of interesting and exciting events that will happen in the future. Programs need to be created to keep nurses updated and healthcare workers abreast to the technological revolution that's going on right now. And educating new and current nurses present to be a challenge to the informatic nurse specialist, because your role is also an educator, right? As the future becomes yesterday, people are walking up to the fact that we need the healthcare team prepared with informatics competencies. All healthcare workers, according to McGonigal and Mistrian, should receive education on informatics because they need basic informatics skills, such as the ability to use search engines to find information about a specific topic, or the ability to promote new non-invasive technologies. So I don't want a nurse who doesn't know nursing, who doesn't have, or who have poor nursing informatics competency. I don't want a nurse who will take care of me if I'll be a patient, that will take care of me without a nursing informatics competency, because this nurse will not gonna give you the latest and up-to-date information during their health teaching. This nurse will not use um, technology or software that promotes client safety or patient safety, like, for example, scanning. And I don't want a nurse who will take care of me who does not know newer technologies, more non-invasive technologies. These nurses are animalistic, and they're willing to poke you multiple times in a day just to know your blood sugar. And this nurse does not promote technologies that monitors blood sugar. And I don't want this kind of nurse that will take care of me with a misinformed concept about the Internet of Things. So these are the challenges of the information informatics nurse specialist, to make to initiate change, and to accept that some people will not accept change directly. So change plays a very significant part in healthcare today, and those interested in nursing informatics must embrace change. We must be aware that change is often accompanied by resistance. People resist, and people doesn't like it. People likes permanence, and if you steer them, introduce change, they will bash you, they will talk something, they will tell you something. And as an INS, we have to be ready for this. We, as a nurse informatics specialist, we have to be ready to leave the bedside care, because nurses entering into this field, we will no longer be giving hands-on care to their patients. NI is challenging yet a rewarding field in the nursing profession. And I think that's all for today. And thank you for listening, and have a wonderful day. These are my references for today. Thank you and have a wonderful day. And don't forget to enter your answers in the stream that follows after this post. Thank you so much and have a wonderful day.